Hello, it is Tuesday, January 11th, 2022. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Tuesday puzzle today, so another, hopefully, fairly gentle way to help us ease into the crossword solving week. First, quickly, I would like to thank a few people. Today, I would like to thank Resmi, Jake Rodkin, and, as always, the inestimable Hood Monster for supporting this channel and this series as benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. If you'd like to join their ranks, and at the benefactor level, you'll get that exclusive mug, the Let's Check the Crosses mug. You can do so at patreon.com/dailysolve. But at any level, you get access to the full slate, the months of bonus solves that are up on the Patreon channel, as well as access to the additional channel on the Daily Solve Discord chat server. Of course, the rest of the Discord chat server is free for anybody to join, so feel free to check that out, as well as the Patreon, with links in the description field underneath this video. Speaking of bonus videos, actually, I realized that I hadn't yet published the recording of the live stream I recorded a few days ago of the game Babel Royale, the Scrabble-inspired multiplayer game. So it's a marathon 2-hour live stream that was recorded, that is up on the channel now. So you should be able to find that on the channel if you're interested in catching up, if you missed the live stream and that sort of thing interests you. No idea what the crossover is between that and crossword solvings, but they both involve spelling words. So I thought I'll give it a shot. Anyway, let's discuss yesterday's puzzle. There actually, I suppose unsurprisingly for a Monday puzzle, there were very few, there weren't any corrections really in terms of my solve. There were several, though, comments all about the same topic, and actually this was echoed in the Daily Solve Discord chat server. There was a great deal of discussion about this as well, all around one topic around clean coal, the answer in yesterday's crossword, which Matt Land says, "I'm bothered seeing clean coal, which is practically a propaganda marketing term. The original clue, dubious term for a greener energy source, is better, but the dubious part was edited out. Disappointed in shorts on this one." And then there were a number of replies to that, echoing that feeling. And I looked up the constructor notes on the New York Times, on the crossword blog, Wordplay, the blog. And the constructor of yesterday's puzzle, Lynn Lempel, writes, "Clean coal as an answer gave me a slight pause because it's debatable whether there really is such a thing. My original clue included something of a hedge, dubious term for a greener energy source, but the editing team didn't think that was needed." So certainly a decision that seems to have caused a fair amount of reflection and controversy. I don't know if there's been any sort of further comment or discussion on the part of the crossword team at the New York Times, but I thought that was worthy of note because it was I think understandably the main thing that people, the main bit of feedback people had from yesterday's. Anyway, let's move on to today's puzzle. This is a Tuesday crossword constructed by Ross Trudeau. Ross is a very accomplished New York Times crossword constructor, has done several dozen puzzles that have been published in the Times, and actually a couple, not long ago, a month or two ago, had a very serious spinal operation, and one of his crosswords was published that day, so solved that here on the channel. And it's a Tuesday puzzle, so there will be a theme. We can see there is some vertical symmetry on this grid, so one of the less common forms of symmetry. But let's get going. I don't know what else to say about it, so we'll just get started. Okay. All right. Positive particles. I should probably remember what this is, but I don't off the top of my head. So let's keep looking around. Fending off. Feels as though this could probably be a couple of things. Let's keep looking. 15. Brand X. Brand X. What does that mean? I'm not sure. Let's check some downs. Blank tour with capital T. It could be, I don't know, it could be the PGA Tour, possibly. Actually, P would seem likely enough as the first letter in positive particles. Kept wanting to think positrons or something, but I don't think that's right, and it wouldn't fit anyway. So let's try PGA Tour and see if that helps at all. Brand X. I wonder if this means in commercial comparisons, you're comparing a name brand to brand X. I don't really know what that... I'm not really sure what this is alluding to. A precipice of exposed bedrock. I don't know, some kind of ledge or outcropping or crag. Here we have with 18 across, Emmy-winning Ugly Betty actress. Although I've not seen Ugly Betty, for some reason I think I know this is America Ferrera. So let's see if that works. It looks like it does. It fits these two. It's a two-part answer. 17 and 18 across. Here we have sleep stage in brief. That would be REM, rapid eye movement. And unified could be one. We are unified. We are one. A bird on a beach could be a tern, TERN, a particular sea bird. Comes up in crosswords not all the time. I don't know that I would necessarily call it crosswordese, but it's not. It certainly comes up from time to time. So worth remembering that particular word. Oh, positive particles are protons, of course. See, I knew this was something that I should have remembered and been able to bring to mind instantly, and I was right. It was, but I wasn't able to do so. Common bathroom device could be a bathroom scale, fairly common. Festive French season would be Noel, the Christmas time season. And brand X icy, generic. So so it is what I thought, but I, for whatever reason, didn't land on it. We're comparing the generic product to the product being advertised. Baltimore Bird is an Oriole. Baltimore Orioles, that's a sports team. I do recognize that. And great thinking, nice idea, maybe. Tricky thing to get caught in is a lie, so probably is nice idea. And here we have 8 away. I don't know, munched, chomped, I see, eroded. I was thinking of stranger interpretation of this, which was there he is, eating away, munching away, chomping away. No, it's ate away at, eroded at a cliff face, for instance. Court Great Sampras. I remember Pete Sampras, tennis player. And lunch with Skippy, briefly. So Skippy is capitalized, and it's phrased in a way that this looks like it's describing a luncheon with someone named Skippy, but the question mark clues us in that something else is going on. And in this case, I think Skippy refers to a brand of peanut butter, and the briefly means we're going to abbreviate or contract our answer. So in this case, I think PBJ, peanut butter and jelly sandwich made with Skippy peanut butter. All right, 22 down is a prize for third place. It could be a bronze medal. And the Oscar-winning director of Get Out is Jordan Peele. So we got 2 long answers. That'll give us plenty of crosses. Oh, spelling of BH90210. Is that Beverly Hills? Oh, I see. Spelling of BH90210. So spelling of Beverly Hills 90210. And this will be an actor in the television program Beverly Hills 90210, Tori Spelling. I've actually, amazingly, given that I largely grew up in the 90s, I've actually never seen an episode of Beverly Hills 90210, but Tori Spelling is a name that I recognize, so I'm going to put that in. Shared juicy gossip is to dish. And let's check the crosses on that. Here we have another 2-part answer, 65 across justifiers in a saying. Well, we have the ends, and the ends justify the means. So I think 65 across will be the means. Here we have newswoman Paula Zahn, sounds right to me, and a rhyming descriptor for Obama. I remember this from the Obama years. He was known as No Drama Obama, a rhyming descriptor. Fellows could be men, straightforward enough. Scar's brother in The Lion King. Mufasa was the king, I believe, in The Lion King. Well, the soon-to-be former king, I suppose. Journalist Blank Rogers St. John's. Oh, I think this journalist actually came up recently in the crossword. Adela St. John's, and that's interesting. I don't think of this person as being an extremely common crossword clue, but I think this is the second time within single-digit number of weeks. And here we have Superman antagonist blank Luthor, Lex Luthor, I think, and the site of a Massachusetts tourist shop named Which Way Gifts. So it must be Salem, Massachusetts, site of the famous Salem witch trials. The Amazon voice assistant, it's all filled in now. It's Alexa. Let's jump back up to the top of the grid. We haven't used any of these Ferrera crosses, so let's try that. Bulgaria's capital is Sofia, Bulgaria, and that crosses with Ferrera. They always come 48 hours before Thanksgiving. Tuesdays? That's kind of that's a fun clue, given that this is itself a Tuesday puzzle. And Thanksgiving is one of those holidays, one of those U.S. holidays that falls on a day of the week rather than a particular date of the month. So always on Thursday, and therefore Tuesdays come 48 hours before. Relating to a heart chamber, is this aortal, referring to the aorta of the heart? I'm not sure. Is the aorta a chamber or a blood vessel? I think it might be a blood vessel, so I'm actually not necessarily sure this is correct. Let's check some crosses. Here we have fending off. Oh, staving off. I should have thought of that immediately. And here we have a precipice of exposed bedrock. An outcrop, perhaps? An out something, surely. Oh, atrial looks better to me than aortal, relating to a heart chamber. I think atrial is correct. And what is this? Goddess often depicting holding a staff of papyrus. That would be Isis, the Egyptian goddess. And here we have some old tape players briefly. Could be VCRs, video cassette recorders. It's funny that we all called them video cassette recorders, VCRs, rather than players, even though primarily we played with them. But they did record. That was an interesting element of that era, that when we all used audio cassettes and video cassette tapes, it's so interesting that they were all equally capable of recording as playing. It was a fascinating era. Wrath is ire, and here, there, go between. So in the phrase, neither here nor there, nor is the go between the words here and there. So I think that's what that means. And indeed, this does look like outcrop, doesn't it? And a transcript figure is a GPA, and the abbreviated FIG for figure clues us into GPA being an abbreviation, a initialism of grade point average. So there we have it. Okay, an author of An Inconvenient Truth, that was by Al Gore, the climate change documentary. Here we have 2008 Clint Eastwood film Blank Torino, Gran Torino. And here we have a Grand Ole Opry performer. Okay, so here's our theme. Or a hint to 17 and 18 across and 23 and 36 down. So what is 36 down? I haven't seen that yet. We have America Ferrera, Jordan Peele, and Grammy-winning singer of Little Things. I'm actually not sure. I don't think I know that. Let's check some crosses. To enlighten somebody is to edify them. Deeply regrets is to ruse. I rue that day. I deeply regret that day. Year in ancient Rome, annus. And a half of a double helix, that would be a DNA strand, the famous double helix pattern that DNA composes. Chocolate treat on a stick. A fudge pop? I don't know. Fudge looks somewhat likely there, but I'm not sure what the ending is. Let's check the crosses here. Remark further could be add. I will add something. I will remark further. Sondheim's Into the Woods, the Stephen Sondheim musical. When viewed on Scott's refusal could be nay, N-A-E, in Scots English, and well, I guess in Scots or in Scottish dialect of English. I get then either one. That could be. And then bunch of numbers for crunching could be a data set. So I guess this isn't fudge something. I don't know what that is offhand. Bunch of numbers for crunching looks like a data set to me. And what is this? Mama Blank Crazy, 1984 hit by the Judds. Actually not sure about this either. Maybe I'll delete data set just in case. Here we have come over the top in poker. I don't know very much about poker, so let's keep looking at some more crosses. Path of a pop-up, an arc? A pop-up, a ball being? Not sure. And here, nothing could be nil. What is this one? 3PO's Star Wars companion. So this refers to C-3PO from Star Wars, his companion R2-D2, or R2 for short. And here we have actor Billy Blank Williams, another Star Wars, in this case actor, not character, but Billy D. Williams. Oh, so Fudgesicle. Okay. Is that how you would spell this? Fudgesicle with no E? Maybe. I mean, the CLE makes that seem pretty necessary. So a bunch of numbers for crunching. Maybe it's a C instead of maybe it's an S rather than a C. Fudgesicle. I guess that's right. That looks so strange to me, but it must be correct. So that would allow this indeed to be data set. And then what about this? Groups fixing computer crashes for short. They could be IT teams. What is IT? Information technology, I guess that is. Okay. When viewed on site. I see. Sorry, that took me quite a while, didn't it? And Mama Blank Crazy, 1984 hit by the Judds. Oh, Mama He's Crazy, it must be. And then Re-Raise come over the top in poker. What is this? Oh, right. This is the singer, India Ari, who I have heard of India Ari. So she must be the Grammy-winning singer of Little Things. And that makes Re-Raise come over the top in poker. So now what did we have again here? So these people their given name, their first names are all country names. So that must be the... Oh, I see. I see. Grand Ole Opry performer, or a hint to 17, 18 across and 23 and 36 down. Country star. So each of these people is a star, a celebrity, named for a country, or at least their name corresponds with a country, whether or not they're named for it. And the Grand Ole Opry is a famous country music venue. It's a venue where country music is performed. And so a performer at the Grand Ole Opry would be a country star. Very clever. That's a fun theme. And QB Newton, who popularized dabbing. I don't know. So quarterback, I assume QB in this case. Dabbing meaning the gesture, the physical gesture, but I don't know who this is. Bit of Southwest topography. It could be a mesa. That would make this look like Cam to me, Cam Newton, which kind of scratches at some familiarity in my mind. The Queen's Gambit actress Taylor-Joy is Anya Taylor-Joy. And can we talk privately? Are you alone? Can we talk privately? And as is often the case, the clue being in quotation marks means we are also going to put the answer in, well, the answer most likely will be another spoken phrase. Not always, but generally speaking, that's the case. And so in this case, are you alone is another phrase that would replace can we talk privately. So here we have blank runner, bootlegger, a rum runner, someone who would smuggle alcohol during Prohibition. And NBA's blank Ming, Yao Ming, Chinese-born, I believe, NBA player. Certain camera for short is an SLR, single lens reflex camera. And if one is gloomy, one is morose. And a shopping blank, in this case, looks like a shopping spree, and that crosses with what? Democrats opposite would be a Republican, REP. And Dem, an abbreviation, so similarly, we will abbreviate the answer. And there we have it, two-step puzzle. So for whatever reason, I stumbled on this. I really had a bit of a stumbling start early on with positive particles. I didn't see fending off, staving off early on. Didn't see brand X early on. I really had to find my way into this puzzle. But then once I did, it solved, I would say, pretty smoothly, as a Tuesday puzzle is intended to. And we had a nice, fun theme with these various country stars. America Ferrera, Jordan Peele, and India Ari. Potentially performers at the Grand Ole Opry. Probably none of these people would be a perfect match for the Grand Ole Opry, but it all fits together with the theme very well in a very clever way. So well done, Ross Trudeau. And let me know how you fared with this puzzle. It was sort of nice to have a bit of resistance for me on a Tuesday, which is typically a fairly easy puzzle, to give me something to a bit of pushing until I got to the nice smooth solving puzzle behind that initial bit of resistance. Let me know how you fared. Anyway, that's the puzzle. That's the Tuesday. I hope you'll be back tomorrow for the Wednesday puzzle. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this solve, do subscribe to the channel. I very much appreciate it. And if you think you know somebody who might enjoy this series, pass it on to them as well. Why not? And if you particularly would like to support this channel directly, as I mentioned at the beginning, you can sign up for the Patreon campaign. Thank you so much to everybody who has done so. This month so far, we've had the New York Times, in terms of bonus solves, up on the Patreon channel. New York Times monthly bonus puzzle. We've had a compilation of community-created crosswords, crosswords created by members of the Daily Solve Discord chat server, which I solved in a big group. We've had, I think, 2 acrostic puzzles already this month. If you're interested in checking out, if you're interested in watching someone solve the New York Times acrostic puzzle, which bears some commonality, bears something in common with the crossword, but is pretty different in terms of how it feels to solve. So 2 of those up there this month. Got the mini puzzle speed solves, all sorts of things just in the past week and a half. Anyway, it's all there for people at any tier of the Patreon campaign. And again, we've got that Daily Solve Discord chat server if you'd like to meet up with other folks who watch this series and who post about the New York Times crossword every day, and also their Wordle grids if you don't have enough of those elsewhere in your internet life. All right, so tomorrow will be the Wednesday puzzle, midweek, mid-difficulty, another themed puzzle. I hope you'll be back for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Nope, not till tomorrow. Have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday eventually. But first, have an excellent remainder of your Tuesday. Take care.